Alright, Periscope. We see y'all live. Who's in the building today? Alright, we got Kevin. Alright, good to see you, Kevin. Who else we got? We got Nazaya in the building. Good to see you, sis. Shipper just joined. Good to see y'all. Welcome to the Live Success Call with the Urban Money Manager. Who we got on YouTube? YouTube, where you at? All right, y'all, stay tuned, stay tuned. We are at the Live Success Call with the Urban Money Manager. Once again, the title for today, the topic is How I Became a Bestseller on Amazon, and so can you. What's going on? How you doing, Israel? JHSC, South Carolina in the building. Facebook, can you hear me? Where y'all at, Facebook? Hey, what's going on, Hadessa? Good to see you, sis. Welcome back, welcome back. I see Desi just joined on Periscope. So where's everybody from? Shout out your cities. Adira just joined Facebook. Antonio, as always, on. Good to see you, brother. We got Tennessee in the building. Aliyah just joined. Good to see you, Aliyah. Ranisha's on the Facebook call. Chicago in the building. Houston. Hey, what's going on, Sammy? South Carolina, Moreno Valley, California, West Coast. We got Santa Rosa, California as well. Man, y'all coming from all over. Jacksonville, okay. What's going on, Elia? Hey, what's going on, Bankanaya? Hey, so just so you know, the success call today is going to be how I became a bestseller on Amazon, and so can you. Who's ever thought about writing books? Who's ever thought about writing a book? And if so, what would it be about? Tennessee, what's going on, Caleb? Oxnard, California. Okay, Adira, so you're a writer and an author of an upcoming book series, Upon the Earth. Man, that sounds interesting. And I can't wait for that thing to come out. Hopefully, this call is going to give you some good information so you can take that idea and make it a reality. Life story. Okay, I see you.
Facebook Live, I see you. YouTube, where you at? Periscope, let's get it. We are here, we are here, we are here, we are here. You are here for the Live Success Call. You already know who it is. It's your boy, the Urban Money Manager, and guess what? I promised y'all, we got some guest appearances tonight. I know y'all getting tired of me. I know you need to see some new energy, some new faces, right? You need to make it fresh. Okay, so before we talk about how I became a bestseller on Amazon.com, I'm first going to have a lovely lady for tonight introduce our guest, right? This man, he's a heavy hitter. And so it's not right if I'm the one to introduce him, all right? I need Miss Urban Money on the scene to be able to take care of business for me, all right? So with no further ado, floor is yours.
Hey everybody, how's it going? All right, I hope y'all are doing well. So tonight, as you know, we have a very special guest, and this guest actually has a lot to do with business, okay? His business is actually helping your business. So here's what I want to know first. What do you guys have as businesses? I know that a lot of you are business owners, or maybe you want to be a business owner, or maybe you've just kind of started thinking about, should I even own a business because I want to get out of my 9 to 5. So let me know, what do you guys do? What is your business that you own? And if you don't own a business, what business would you want to own? Let us know. Let us know. Tell us what's going on, guys. What businesses are we having here?
Let's see. Have a baby accessory store. That's
Oh,
one.
wow.
From
Okay.
Shipra.
Okay.
What else we got, guys?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Clothing and accessories as well.
All right, all right. What type of clothing? What type of accessories?
What type of accessories, Shalaya? We got music production, natural body creams as well.
All right, all right.
Wanting to own a fringe business.
Nice, nice. This is a good diversity. This is really good. Now, guys, make sure that you put your businesses out here. This call isn't just about the Urban Money Manager. It's about you guys as well. You want to make sure you're putting yourself out there, as well as this is the guy that you're going to want to know to help you build your business. So keep on telling us. Keep on putting yourself out there. What businesses do you guys have? If you don't own a business, don't worry about it. Let us know. What businesses do you want to open up? What business do you hope to have?
So Shalaya wants to do skirts, ponchos, cardigans, head wraps. Amalia wants to do natural hair body products.
Nice, nice.
So yeah, like you said, good diversity.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. All right, guys. Well, I know y'all are tired of seeing me now. This is the guy that you want to see, all right? His name is Judah Mack, and his business is judahmack.com. You guys check him out. And without further ado, here he is. Tell us what it's all about.
Thank you, sis. Urban Money Manager, thank you for having me on the show. Everybody, thank you for allowing me to come and sharing this platform. First off, I want to say big ups to the Urban Money Manager for the things that he's doing in the nation, what he's doing in business or whatever. You guys really want to listen to him because me, myself personally, he's one of my personal mentors when it comes to business and endeavors that I have in the future and the things that I'm doing right now with judahmack.com. Just to tell you a little bit about what we're doing, we're an advertising company. So a lot of the businesses that we're hearing about, just like just now, a lot of the business that I'm hearing about, it's ethnic, more or less. It's businesses that are not the norm out in the world. So my idea for judahmack.com and what we're trying to do is create a platform where we can come and show off our business. We can come and show what we're doing in the world. So we create our own platform because in the world, a lot of times they don't want to let us into their business. So what we have to do is we have to break in our own way. So with judahmack.com, we're trying to start something to where you can advertise, you can showcase, you can create your own commercials, create your own avenue when it comes to business and being successful. Most of the time, the reason that we're not successful is because we're scared to invest in ourselves. We're scared to actually put ourselves out there. We want to sit back and we want to let somebody else do the work and then we reap the benefits. Well, business doesn't work like that. And that's what we're trying to show everybody. You actually have to invest in yourself. That means hard work. That means actually breaking bread with each other. Means spending your dollar on yourself. It means sacrifice. So at judahmack.com, what we're doing is broken up into 3 parts. We have Fireworks, which is web development. We have Ciroc Consulting, which is working with us, which is business development. And then we have judahmack.com, which is advertising. With those 3 things, you can actually push your business to another level. And like I said, we're going to have to create our own avenue. So with you brothers and sisters, and it's a lot of businesses like the baby apparel and the baby accessories and whatnot. Those are businesses that we actually need. And we have our own way of presenting ourselves. So we have to just blast out into the world and create our own little Black Wall Street to where they won't accept us, we have enough buying power to where we can accept each other and we can keep the money right here with us. We can keep the money rotating on itself before it even leaves our community. We can create an engine that actually fuels itself. We have all the components, we have all the things that we need to create that engine, and then we have the fuel, which is the people. We need the support, so we have to drum up our own support. We actually have to stop talking about it and be about it. Stop talking about supporting each other and be about supporting each other. For instance, when the Urban Money Manager came out with this book, we pushed for everybody to go and buy the book, and the book became successful. I mean, that's the type push that we have to get in the habit of doing when we see one of our people doing something. That we get behind it. We push so hard that it's going to become successful. That's how we have to treat each other. That's how we're going to blast out of the stereotypical where our people are lazy, our businesses fail, and whatnot. It's because we've been trained not to support each other. But we have all the power. We have all the buying power. We have all the finance. We have everything that we need, every component to where we can push every business and make it successful. Now, on the other end, what you have to do as business owners or business hopeful business owners, future business owners, what you have to do is be willing to sacrifice, be willing to build your brand, be willing to show yourself in a manner to where it looks professional. It's easily taken in because you can look at it and you can see that you put work into it and you actually have faith in yourself. No more of this coming out with half thought out schemes and whatnot and just putting it out there. Take yourself seriously. Take yourself serious and come out full blast. And that's what we're doing at judahmac.com. We're trying to shape people and mold people into the habit of taking themselves professionally and taking themselves seriously. So when we do commercials, we want to do commercials that you can put on any TV station. When we do advertisements, we want to do advertisements that you can put out in the world and everybody accept it. No more looking at us like we're half cocked. We're actually going out and doing what the other nations are doing, but we're doing it our way. We're showing our culture. We're blasting out in our own ways and creating our own avenues. So me personally, being a startup business in advertising, I really draw a lot of energy from people like the Urban Money Manager because he's got a business mind, a business sense, and he's my people. So I know that he understands my plights in life, and he understands my ideas because we're the same people. We understand each other. So when he gives me a business idea, he gives me business advice, I know that it's coming from a place where he understands my position in life. And I understand that he knows what he's talking about. So I really lean on that. Just like with his best-selling book. How many brothers do you hear about, young brothers, that are coming out with best-selling books, that are really pushing every day? You don't hear about it because why? Because we're scared. We've been taught to be scared. And I'm going to tell you today, do not be scared. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Don't let anybody tell you that that's a bad idea. Most successful ideas started out in somebody's head with a bunch of people around them telling them it won't work. But then you see some of these guys today and they're millionaires, billionaires, some of them. Some of them had to sleep in their car and sacrifice, and now they're rich and famous. Why? Because they had an idea, they went forward with it, they took themselves seriously, and they pushed. And they had a support system of people that are like-minded behind them, helping them to push. Everybody that tells you it won't work, it can't work, slow down, you shouldn't do it, move them out of your circle and bring the people that are positive. Bring those positive influences in your circle. So that's why me, myself, and I say it again, thank you, Urban Money Manager, for having me on your show. It's a beautiful platform. It's something different. It's something new that nobody's really doing with us. And with the help of all you guys, we can push this thing to where it's extremely successful. Remember, your success is a direct reflection on your people. It's a direct reflection on your beliefs. So by being successful and doing everything you can do to succeed, and by actually sowing into other people's success, it helps you. It helps our nation. It helps us to be looked at in a better light. And ultimately, this is how we're going to get up out of the situation we're in as a people. We create our own avenues. We create our own economy. We create our own lane, and we stay in it. And we push everybody to go forward. And that's what we're trying to do at judahmac.com. Right now, just to tell you a little bit before I get out of the way and let the Urban Money Manager come in, to tell you a little bit, we're doing the brown pages on judahmac.com. If you go to the website and scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see sign up for the brown pages. This is where you list your business. It's totally free to do. This is where you list your business, whether you have a lawn care business, you're a barber, notary public, Whether you you're starting a law firm, any kind of professional business, you list that business there, and we're going to start a directory on the site to where you can come and find out who's doing what with your people, who's doing what in your nation. Also, we're about to launch a mall. It's going to launch the end of next week. Hopefully, the end of next week, we're going to launch this mall. And what we're doing there is we're going to have a place to where everybody who doesn't have the resources to start a website, you can come and you can open your own store right there on judahmac.com. So as we advertise these products, we'll have a place where you can go and actually shop. And the mall set up for those of you that don't have resources to advertise. Just like a regular mall. When you walk in, you might go in to look for some tennis shoes, but by the time you come out of the mall, you saw a store that sold dresses. You got one of those for your wife. You grabbed your pretzel at the food court. You grabbed a new phone case, and then you walked out of the mall. That's the way we're setting this mall up, so you can put your business, your store in the mall, and you have the chance for people to see you. So on judahmac.com, we're a young site and we're progressing, but with the push and the help and the fuel of your support, we're gonna go far. And once again, I want to say thank you to the Urban Money Manager. I'm going to get out of the way because you don't want to see me. You came to see the Urban Money Manager. I want to say thank you again for having me on the show. And with that, be about it. Don't talk about it.
All right, here we go. Judah Mac, we taking it to another level, man. I told y'all. Thank you for coming on, brother.
My pleasure.
All right, so y'all know me, and for those of you, don't think this is just exclusive to Judah Mac. Every single week, I want to be able to take somebody that has a business, whether they're just getting started or whether they're already established. I want to be able to take that person and be able to turn them into a full-fledged entrepreneur, if that's what you want to do. If you want a platform, if you want an audience to be able to share your vision with the world, this is what I'm telling you. All of you guys that are on the call right now, if you have a dream, if you have ambitions, if you need a team behind you to get it done, that's what we're here to do. We're here to do that with Judah Mac's business, right? Because his business is helping you become a success. And then we're also doing that here at the Urban Money headquarters, right? Because we're all in this thing together. Now, here's a little bit about what I want to talk about in today's call. Because many of you, as you already know, I am a best-selling author on Amazon.com. How many of you guys right now have ever thought about writing a book? By your emojis, your comments, how many of you guys have ever said it to yourself, you know what? It would be really cool if I had a book that became a bestseller. Maybe a bestseller on Amazon, right, which is the largest book platform in the world. Maybe if you had a book that became a New York Times bestseller, right? There's different bestseller platforms and audiences out there. But how many times have you ever said to yourself, you know what? I have a dream that one day I can become an author, and that means that I can have my message that's communicated all across the world. See, one of the things that I always tell you guys when it comes to the subject of books is, imagine if, God forbid, you pass away. Your books, your message, your vision will live after you're gone, right? Some of the greatest books in the world were written thousands of years ago, and it still stands today. And some of those books are still bestsellers, right? What's the number one best-selling book of all time? The Holy Bible. And how long ago was that book written, right? Eons and eons ago. So now you got to be thinking about, you know what? In order for me to truly leave a legacy, in order for me to really, change the game, in order for me to really become legendary, maybe I want to have a book, right? And have that book all over the world so that way people could see life through my lens. Here's how you get it done. Let's go right into it. So, here is exactly how I became a bestseller. But I'm really going to tell it to you as instructions on how you can become a bestseller. Because like I said, I'm not from some special planet. I'm not some magic genie. If I could do it, right, growing up from South Central Los Angeles, so can you. Here's how you get it done. Here's the first thing that everybody needs in order to become a bestseller on Amazon.com. If you want to become a bestseller, the very first thing that you're going to need, you are going to need a tribe. Now, what do I mean when I say tribe? All businesses is about building communities, building tribes, When you think about Apple, right, they have a tribe of dedicated followers. They have people, maybe they don't know what's coming out in the iPhone 7. They don't know all the specs. They don't know how much it's going to cost, but they know one thing. As soon as it comes out, they're going to get it, right? Apple has a dedicated tribe. You could say the same thing about Jordans, right? How many times will people stand in line, go around the corner in line just waiting for some Jordans, not even caring about what it looks like, because not all Jordans look as good as others, but they are in line simply because they are a part of a tribe, and they want what that tribe and what that product represents. See, for any product, it's more than what simply the product represents. It's more than what the product is. It's about what the product represents to a person. You want your product, or in this case, your book, you want your book to represent the values of the tribe, right? That's one of the ways how I was able to become a bestseller. My book on Amazon right now is called The Valedictorian That Still Lives at Home with Mommy and Daddy, right? I had a tribe of people already in place before the book came out that could identify with what it's like to go to school all your life and then graduate at the end of it all thinking that you're going to make a big time salary, and then you're having to go back home and live with your parents, right? The employment market is stiff. You're not getting the right jobs. You're getting dead-end jobs. You're having to take on jobs that didn't even require a degree in the first place, right? So just based upon the title alone, a lot of times when people saw that on Amazon, they said, man, I can't wait to read it just based upon what this represents. And little does everybody know, the student loan debt, the student loan crisis, I should say, in America represents one of the largest economic crises in the world, right? So what are the odds now that I can put out a book and be able to have a tribe of followers? See, you're going to have two types of tribes when you're getting set up in your business. You're going to have one tribe that is internal. Let's talk a little bit about your internal tribe. If you guys notice, again, on my Facebook fan page, I have a following of over 12,000 people. Now, some of those 12,000 are a little bit more engaged than others. You know, I got some diehard fans, you know, like Naziah, Antonio, you know, different type of guys, Bariah, you know, Shalaya, Hadessa. I see all of you guys on, a lot of you guys on Periscope right now that are putting on the hearts, right? K Jens is another one, right? There's a lot of you guys that I want right in front of this camera too, by the way, when it comes to your dreams and your visions. If God allows me to, I want to be able to give you that opportunity. The same way that you saw Judah Mack come up here. The same way that you saw Mrs. Urban Money come up here. The same way that you saw Yakin come up here. Right? Because we are a tribe. We are a family. And if we help each other out in our tribe, this is how tribes survive. Right? That's the story, the age-old story known to man. In order to succeed in civilization, you need to belong to a tribe. And the tribe helps the individual to thrive in its environment, right? So in every business that you have that will become best-selling on any level or any platform, you have to have an internal tribe. Here's how you have the internal tribe. You have to spend really a few years building up the tribe. See, for a lot of you, maybe you guys are thinking about, you know what, I really want to write a book. I really want to become a bestseller, you know, and maybe it might not be for selfish reasons or financial reasons or, you know, monetary gain. Maybe you want to become a bestseller because you know that that means that your message is communicated all throughout the world, right? What if you could be somebody that had the same type of notoriety as, you know, Think and Grow Rich, the Bible, The Richest Man in Babylon, you know, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Think about, you know, the legacy that those people had. Well, they also had tribes, right? Internal systems in place. Most tribes, I would suggest, at a minimum, takes about 3 years. So here's what I'm telling you, right? When it comes to your internal tribe, don't write the book and start building the tribe. Build the tribe and then write the book. See, because it's a lot harder for you to be able to get the recognition and the notoriety that your book deserves if it's really good, if nobody knows that you have the book coming out, right? As they say, if a tree drops in the forest or a tree drops in the wood and nobody is around to hear it, does it make a sound, right? You could write the world's best book, known to man just about. But if nobody knows who you are, if you have no internal tribe, if you have no one who is willing to purchase your book because they don't know you, and you have not established yourself in that tribe, your book will not be recognized. And again, remember what I was telling you guys in the video I did a couple days ago about how to be able to promote your business and your vision on very large platforms. Whenever you're looking at a large platform like YouTube, Facebook, and even Amazon, it's a self-selling mechanism. What do I mean when I say self-selling mechanism? Once you build your platform, or when you build your sales up to a certain level, right, it starts to sell itself. When Amazon sees that you're making a lot of sales, guess what Amazon does? They said, you know what? To make sure that so many people keep coming to Amazon because the latest book out, the hottest thing on the press is, your book or my book, what Amazon will do is they will take your book and then they will rank your book so as many people can see it as possible. That's the way that the game goes, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you that are in the winner circle, we're going to talk a little bit more about how to potentially take your book idea and take it all the way from just a thought to becoming published, right, and best-selling on Amazon. Just want to give you some quick facts kind of about my book. No brag, just kind of giving you some background here. When it comes to the average author in the United States of America, the average author sells roughly about 250 books a year. Right? 250 books a year, somewhere between 200 and 250 for the average author. When my book came out, God be the glory, we cleared that in probably a little bit less than a week's time. Right? Within a week's time, when the average author would have sold 250 in a year, we cleared that in a matter of days. Right? How did that happen? By having an internal tribe. You have to understand the systems as well. That's the reason why I'm going to open up some of the final seats to my winner's circle at the end of the call. Because I would be lying to you if I just said it's as easy as getting a tribe of, X amount of people, you get those 200 sales, and then immediately you'll become a bestseller. Because again, Amazon is the largest book platform in the world. The average author might be selling 200 books, right? But average authors are not bestsellers. That's why they're called bestsellers, because it means that they are the best in the company of all of the authors in the world, right? So how does that happen? Just kind of giving you some tips now, and then we can talk about this a little bit more in great detail, right? Then some of you guys are going to get the free giveaways as well. Some of the free giveaways I'm going to give you on the call is going to be books. If you're going to write a book, and if you're going to understand what makes a book great or highly published, then you have to have books in your own library. As they say, you have to study the greats and then become greater. So the first thing that you need is an internal tribe. And like I've always told you guys, when it comes to any opportunity in life, and we're not just talking about books, you don't wait for the door of opportunity to slap you in the face and then get prepared. You get prepared so that way the door of opportunity slaps you in the face and you can walk through it. Right? Imagine if you wanted to be, a top actor. You wanted to make it in Hollywood. And then you walk in front of Steven Spielberg and you're like, "Hey, guess what, Steven? I want to be a top actor." Steven Spielberg goes, how many hours did you train today to be an actor? How many years have you been acting? What other actors in Hollywood do you know? Where is your, your work? If you want to be a screenwriter, where is your script? You don't go to Steven Spielberg and be like, "Oh, well, you know what? Let me take down your numbers so once I start writing the script, I can send it to you and then we can talk about it and have lunch." Steven Spielberg's going to laugh you out of the room, right? He's going to laugh in your face. at the time that you meet Steven Spielberg, and you don't know when that may be, you need to already be prepared, right? You have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's what you do in order to become a best-selling author, right? Like many of you guys, I knew that there was a point where I wanted to write a book. I didn't know when it would come. But when the opportunity presented itself, guess what I already had in place? I already had the internal tribe. So give yourself some time right now. Let's start all taking action now. If you know that you want to become a business owner, if you know that you want to become an author, maybe you don't have to tell everybody, I want to come out with this book. I want to be this Pulitzer Prize winning author. You don't have to put that out because you might look silly if you don't ever end up writing a book and you told all these people you're going to write a book. But what you should do is you should just start to brand yourself, right? Start to define yourself. How many of you guys right now have a Facebook fan page? This is a free resource that's available to all of you on the call. How many of you guys right now, if you're trying to write a book, if you're trying to start a business, if you're trying to have your message spread across the world, how many of you guys right now have a Facebook fan page? Because what a Facebook fan page will do is it will allow you to host a tribe. So that way, when it comes time for you to actually proceed in business, you already have people that will give you some traction. Don't feel like you have to already have a product out to get started and have a Facebook fan page. You could be doing that right now. You could be doing that once we get off the call, right? You can start taking immediate action today to make sure that you get the results that you want tomorrow. So that's one of the things that I would suggest. And again, giving all you guys this stuff for free, man. When I was growing up, the whole reason why I wanted to do the Live Success Call and have guys like Judah Mack and others is because these were resources and opportunities that I never had growing up. And I know many of you, you're in the exact same place. A lot of you, you want to write a book. You want to be an author. But you really don't know step one when it comes to how to have that book published. See, a lot of you guys right now, you're still thinking the traditional route. You're thinking that the only way that you can have a book that's even published is by going through a traditional publishing company, right? Let me give you a funny story. A lot of times when a lot of people that are unaware of how money is made on Amazon contact me, they look at the very top of my Facebook cover. And sometimes they'll send me a message thinking that they're trolling me and getting one over. And they'll say, he's the best-selling author of a forthcoming book. How are you the bestseller of a book that's not even out yet? This is how I'm the best-selling author of a book that's not out yet. Because I have an internal tribe that believes so strongly in the message that they will pre-order the book to the point that it becomes a bestseller before the book is even live, right? So that's one of the things that I want you to think about. When you think about tribes, right, who's your tribe going to be? The better question to ask is, what will your tribe represent, right? Because tribes, they all have to have one goal. Think about this in world history, right? Many tribes throughout history, their goal might have just been survival. Maybe not being eaten up by, the lion in the jungle. Maybe not being attacked by the bear in the woods. They had one common goal. When you have a tribe that is all over the place, even if they support you, if there is not one centralized theme, or vision or purpose behind your tribe, is going to be hard for your tribe to win the battle, right? That's what makes tribes so great, is because they all align together for one battle. Apple supporters, the Apple tribe, they don't all align together because they feel like the iPhone is the world's best phone, right? Technology proves that there are actually, more highly technical or qualified phones that are more advanced in the market. Do you think that people become tribes in Beats by Dre headphones because they truly believe that out of all of the audio equipment in the world, that the Beats by Dre headphones has the top of the line machinery. That's not the case. They don't need to believe that. They just need to believe the tribe. They need to believe the one goal that that internal tribe represents, right? So the first question is, what will your tribe represent? And then number two is, what one platform, just starting off with one right now, what one platform will you use to bring the tribe together? Right? So let's say that you're an army general and you're in war, right? You're not going to take a fleet of men all to battle, in a far off location where the war's not even going on at. You might have people that are frontliners, you might have people that are watchmen, but they are all centralized in a certain area. They all have a focus and a central location. When it comes to your platform, what will be the central location? For example, I've talked about this a little bit with you guys in the earlier calls, and we talk about this in the Winner's Circle. I talk a lot about the value of starting one thing, building it up to scale, getting a large enough fan base, right? And then that's where your success will come. Maybe you don't need to be on every social media platform in order to make money. Maybe it might just be one. For those of you that are on Facebook Live right now, consider Facebook. If that's your favorite platform, right? Maybe you don't have to be a YouTube sensation. Other people might be making money on YouTube, but that doesn't necessarily have to be you. Maybe your platform is a podcast, right? You got a lot of people right now making money on podcasts. But they don't take what's going on in the podcast and go everywhere all at once. Even when you see people that might be on multiple platforms, it comes systematically over time. So the second question that I have for you is, what will be your one platform? Some of you guys might say Facebook. Some of you guys might say Periscope. Some of you guys might say Snapchat. Some of you guys may YouTube, right? Pick one platform and start building the tribe. Start building the tribe today. Don't wait until it's time for you to become a best-selling author to get started. Get started today, right? So you have the internal tribe, and then you also have the external tribe. How many of you guys are on the call, maybe the live success call, for the very first time? How many of you guys, maybe you hadn't seen a whole lot of my videos before and you're fairly new? If you're coming on for the very first time, right now you are part of the external tribe, but hopefully after this free call that you're getting, showing you, how to do really great things and have access to resources you may have never had, the objective now is for you to fall in love with the goal and the mission and then join the family of the internal tribe, right? That's why I keep telling you guys, I'm going to give other people, Lord willing, opportunities to be on this camera, because it's not just about me. Let's not be too selfish in business. Let's not be too selfish in endeavors. Business is all about relationships. All great relationships is about being selfless in love for the other person. This is the reason why we have these free calls 4 times a week. Right? So you also have to have an external tribe, because you have to have some type of line out in the water where people can say, you know what? What are they talking about over here in this internal tribe? You got to start making noise. You don't want to be so isolated or so polarizing that people in the outside world cannot hear or receive your message. Right? Because there's outsiders that would agree with you too. You just have to give them a vehicle and a vessel from which to subscribe, right? So there's a lot of people right now that know that their 9-to-5 job sucks. I want some of those people in the internal tribe. There are a lot of people right now that knows that the American education system in many ways is a sham, because it's never actually taught them how to be able to do many of the things that we're talking about today. How many classes have you been on that's taught you how to become a best-selling author on the largest book platform in the world? When most of us went to school, they weren't even talking about Amazon at all. They were talking about the public library, right? So that goes to show you how much value in many ways the school system has today, not taking away from it, college grad. But the thing about it is you have to know what is relevant in today's times. And when it came to my book, it was relevant in today's times, right? It's very common now for a lot of kids to graduate from college and go and live back home, to get roommates, or to live a life that's different from what they envisioned. I'm reaching out now to that external tribe. I want to find all of those people. Even if they don't know who I am, I believe that they can be a part of the tribe. That's my faith, right? So you have to have a similar faith. You have to start building up your internal tribe, but then you also have to have the platform in place that's friendly to the external tribe, right? Where can the people in your external tribe find you? If you were trying to make a big barbecue restaurant, right? If you were trying to have a barbecue book, would you go on an all-vegan platform and get established? No, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't create a social media following there. That wouldn't make sense, right? You're going to want to put your platform in the exact location where you can find the people. Now for me, where can I find my audience? I can find them primarily on Facebook, because Facebook was initially created for people in college. That's how Mark Zuckerberg created it, in college. I know I can find a lot of young folks on Snapchat. That's been pretty hip nowadays. Some of them I can find on Twitter. A lot of them I can find on YouTube. I'm knowing their exact environment. I know where to find these tribes. But as I said, you have to start with one. Start building up your external tribe. Now, when you work on building up your external tribe, what is the message? What is the call to action? How do you go on the recruiting hunt to be able to get external tribesmen into the internal tribe? That's the question. That's the million-dollar question, because for a lot of you, you have a great idea. You're extremely creative. But how do you get other people to agree with your creativity? How do you take a world of 7 billion people where not too many people outside of your local community know you? How do you take them and get them to see a mission that they believe in so much it's almost like they did it themselves, right? That's how I feel comfortable putting Judah Mack on, because I know he represents a mission and a vision that I myself represent. I'm comfortable with him standing in my place because he and I are of the same mind. And I don't have to be whispering in his ear, hey, Judah, say this. Hey, Judah, say that. Right? You have to have enough trust within your tribe to know that they're going to be a great representative of you. Right? That's why I want a lot of you guys on the call. I want all of you guys to share this message. That's why I always say, don't keep this message a secret. You see the things that are going on in the world. You see the things that are going on in society. You see that the problems that people have all around the world. And it would be a disservice to our external tribe not to share this vision. Right? Think about where you were. Maybe before you ran into all of this information and content that we were given for free. And then you said, man, you know what? This is so good. It's worth my Thursday night. It's worth my Wednesday afternoon. It's worth my Monday evening. Don't keep it all a secret, right? Don't take that light and hide it under a bushel, as they say. Let it shine so everyone could see, right? So that way the Father can be glorified. So now, we've talked a little bit about the internal tribe. We've talked about the external tribe. When it comes to the internal tribe, it takes you a little bit of time to be able to build a tribe. That's the reason why don't put the cart before the horse. Don't have the book out and nobody knows you, because that makes it a lot harder. Have the tribe built first, and then when you have the book out, they will be the ones to go to war for you. They will be the ones to support you, even if the book is on pre-order. By the way, how's my book on Amazon right now? Through pre-order, right? When it comes to Amazon, there's ways that you can be able to get your message heard, even if you have other products and services, because Amazon just isn't about books, it's about other products and services. But maybe unbeknownst to many of you, you can have a pre-order campaign on Amazon that will generate a lot of traction too. You know, in my very first week when the book came out, we were able to pass up some pretty big names. We became a bigger name in several components of Amazon than the 5-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. We became bigger than, or the 4-Hour Work Week, I should say. We became a bigger name than, I was looking at it in my library, so that's how I knew I had slipped up. That's why I was telling you guys, you got to have books. Knowledge is power. But when it comes to other books, there was The Intelligent Investor that we were able to outsell. That was written by Benjamin Graham. Right? Now think about that. When somebody goes on Amazon.com and they see your names amongst the likes of some of the greatest people in that industry, don't you think that's going to kind of give you some social proof? Do you think that people is going to view the seriousness of your business the same? I will tell you, as someone who is a best-selling author, right? The fact that I'm a best-selling author, that puts my quality and that puts my content in higher demand. Right? That means that when it comes to things like consulting or things like that, they will come to me because they know that I'm somebody that's done it. That's why I've always told you guys, whenever it comes to you and your success, you want to learn from the people who are the ones doing it. Not always from the college professor who can read it out of a book but actually hasn't done it. You want to learn from the people that are already out on the battlefield killing the game. Right? So, we have the internal tribe here. Build up, take time to build it up. Then, in addition to that tribe, you want to all come to what is one common goal, one common aim, one common mission. In addition to that, you also want to have an external tribe. You want to be able to have a community that doesn't yet know they're a part of your community. But when you make the connection for them to know it, you have to already have the message in place, right? A lot of you guys might have seen some of my posts on Facebook. Some of them might have been shared by other people. Some of them might have been, ads on Facebook. And maybe you didn't know it was coming when you saw it. But then guess what happens? You see the message and then you're like, you know what? Maybe I want to check this out. That's what you got to do when it comes to being able to build up your tribe. Now here's another thing. When it comes to how to be able to become a best-selling author on Amazon, again, remember what I was telling you guys before about the algorithm? Maybe some of you guys went on that call that I did a few days ago. I know some of you guys in my winner circle, you're already familiar. I was talking a little bit about the concept of an algorithm. Algorithm is simply just an advanced formula that every platform uses to determine who gets ranked on top and who gets ranked on the bottom. So Facebook, for example, they determine who's going to be at the top of your news feed in terms of content and who's going to be at the bottom. Let's say, for example, right now that you have, 2,000 friends on your friends list. You can't see all 2,000 posts on your news feed. So how do you know which ones are going to be ranked at the top and which ones you'll never see, right? For those of you that are in my Facebook live call a few days ago where I was talking about how to make money on Facebook, it was all about how to be able to understand the algorithm of Facebook in order for you to be able to manipulate and play the game, right? How do you play the game when it comes to Amazon? You have to know the algorithm. That's something that we're going to talk in a little bit more detail about in the winner circle. I know you guys' night is kind of pressed. We got a lot of things going on. But one thing that I do want to do is address any questions that you may have. Do you have any questions up to this point concerning anything that I said regarding tribes or how to make money on Amazon? How to become a bestseller?
Yeah, so Boban says, how many people make up an internal tribe?
Well, your internal tribe consists of everybody that is subscribed to you, whether it's your channel, How many people are following you on Facebook? How many people are word of mouth campaigning for you? Right? In terms of my internal tribe, so right now on Facebook, we have over 12,000 people that like us and follow us. If you're not one of them, please show the support, right? Show the fact that you're in part of the internal tribe. Some of you guys are watching me for the very first time. Some of you guys, I'm going to give free giveaways at the end of the call. Some of you guys, I'm going to see who's going to advance to be a part of the winner's circle. And so all of those things are very important in terms of building up your social proof, right? Think about your tribe and think about your social media following, especially in this day and age. Think about it almost as a car, right? When you think about a car, every car has a book value, right? So if you were driving a lemon, the book value on your vehicle is going to be very small. But then think about a Ferrari, think about a Bugatti, think about a Maserati. Their book values are very high, right? They have a very premium product, which gives them a higher book value. You want to have the same type of book value when it comes to your social media platforms. You need to be able to build a social media platform of as many people as possible, right? You want to know how many people you need to have in the internal tribe? As many people as possible. As many people in the world who share the exact same goal that you share. That's what the name of the game is, right? So if there are 7 billion people in the planet right now, and let's say maybe, you're a cat fanatic. How many of the 7 billion people in the world are cat fanatics too? Right? If you're a vegan, how many billions of people in the world right now are going vegan, right? Maybe they're changing around things in their diet. When it comes to your internal tribe, you need to focus on building as many people in that tribe as possible, but at the same time, you have to be authentic to the tribe. See, one of the things that we'll talk about, maybe at another success call, is you don't want to compromise or trade the internal tribe for those who never wanted to be in the tribe in the first place, right? So, for example, McDonald's. McDonald's sells what? Hamburgers. They sell cheeseburgers. They're a fast food chain. Not everybody, including myself, likes McDonald's fast food. But do they look at me being outside of the tribe and say, you know what? To appeal to the urban money manager, maybe we should have a health restaurant. Maybe we should have, a gourmet location. Maybe we should have a buffet. They don't do that because they're very clear about the goal of the internal tribe. Right? Now, even though I may not agree with what their internal goal may be, they are so specific about that goal and so unwavering that they manage to stay in business and do quite well. Right? Imagine if they would deviate from the goal of the tribe and they say, you know what, let's go into McDonald's Gourmet. That would cost them a lot of money and probably a lot of money lost. So when it comes to your internal tribe, you don't have to have everyone on the planet to win an election, right? You just have to have a certain demographic. Take a certain demographic of people that are within the niche of your market, evangelize your message, bring them in, and then as many people that are in the internal tribe, that's as many people that's in the internal tribe. There's been, think about all of the movements that you've seen throughout the world. You've had movements that have been very powerful with few people. And then you've had other movements that have been very powerful with millions of people. It's not so much always about the quantity of people, it's more so about the quality. Get as many quality people in your internal tribe as possible. Other questions?
Amasai asks, how do you build a tribe?
How do you build a tribe? By having a platform and then communicating a message. Simple as that. Get a platform. What do I mean when I say get a platform? Maybe you want a website. Maybe you want to be on social media, right? A lot of times, me, myself, I rarely even use my website. But when it comes to, I have one. I use it for a lot of my premium material that's not publicly available. But when it comes to the mass majority, 99% of my content, 99% of my content is available on social media, right? Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram. Find one platform, one of those top platforms, wherever your external tribe can be found, and start spreading the word. Start having a message, and then start having people drive and hone in on that message. Give you a prime example. Let's say that you are a woman and you are in the natural hair industry, right? Don't go on Facebook and start talking about weaves and wigs. Go on Facebook and start talking about the benefits of natural hair, right? Find other women, collaborate with other women that believe on getting natural hair care just like you, right? These are all things that you should think about as you're starting to take a platform and build up a tribe, right? Get on a platform where you can find your audience and you can just set up something free. How much does it cost to create a YouTube account? Free. How much does it cost to create an Instagram account? Free. How much does it cost to create a Facebook fan page? Free. Just get on the platform and start evangelizing your message, right? Because that's one of the things in business that will take the longest and the hardest amount of time, right? You're going to have to go through the haters. You're going to have to go through the roadblocks, the rejections. You're going to have to go through the ups and downs. So as you go through all of those things, you already want to have the tribe in place when you're coming out with your product, right? So, other questions. If you already have a tribe, I want you to let me know in the comments below how many people are in your tribe. Let me know. If you're just getting started, you're thinking about how you can scale up your business, how you can get going, or maybe you've already gotten going. Maybe you're already at a certain level. How many people are in your tribe? All right, Yakin, what we got?
So K. Jens asks, are there people that you can exclude from your tribe?
Of course. Of course. You know, there are all women's gyms in America, right? You have certain schools that are co-ed. You have certain schools that are all male. You have certain schools that are all female. You know, in fact, a lot of times if you're doing good business, you're very good at being able to include the right people and exclude the wrong people. Give you a prime example now. I keep talking about the winner's circle. And for a lot of you, you know, if any of this is of value, you should have been in there yesterday because the slots are almost done, right? But for those of you, you know, that really value your success, those are the ones of you that I want to get in. Those of you that are thinking about becoming a best-selling author. Those of you that are thinking about starting up your own business. Those of you that are thinking about, you know, maybe making a career transition or making more money, saving more money, you know, allowing the money to be able to impact those that you love, whether it be your household, your community, your church, whatever the case may be, right? I just saw somebody saying they have 95 followers on SoundCloud. That's great. That's their platform. They're building their tribe. Right? When it comes to the people that are truly driven for success, those are the people that I want in the winner's circle. Now, I know that the winner's circle is not for everybody. I don't want everybody in there. That's the reason why when I came out with the winner's circle, K-Gens, I only had it open to 100 people. See, I was making it exclusive from day one before I even opened up the seat to one person. I want 100 quality people in the internal tribe. And we're going to take those 100 people, transform and change lives so they can communicate to everyone else how it's done. Right? Now, here's who I don't want in the winner's circle. Here's who I want excluded. Those that are not serious about their success. Those that would spend $100 going to the movies but would not spend $1 a day investing in their success. Those that would buy a $500 handbag or $200 Jordans, but they would not spend $5 to be able to buy a book that would show them how to become successful in business. Those are not the type of people that you would find in a winner's circle. And it's no disrespect, no judgment, no problem. Everybody is different, right? To each his own. But I recognize that if there are those that really could care less about being successful, advancing in their life, leaving a legacy or an estate in place for their loved ones after they're gone, I realized that we're just not the right fit, right? Because as you guys are on this call, I'm creating relationships. We should already be at a certain level as friends if you are in this tribe, right? I don't just treat you just, like the average person. I'm telling you that I think that you can be successful. That's why I'm taking the time out of my schedule to give all this to you for free, because I truly believe that you can make it. It's not because you're not smart enough. It's not because you're not sophisticated enough. Maybe you never had the right mentors in place. Maybe you were never around the right network. And as I keep saying, your network equals your net worth. So to go back to K. Jin's question, yes, you have to exclude people out of the business, right? Because excluding people from the business ensures that you get the right people in your business. That's what it's all about. Do we have other questions?
Yeah. So, Michael says he has 12 in his internal tribe.
Okay.
And Adira said, I have a Twitter account that I was the fan of TV shows and have successful actors, authors, and have had retweets and favorites from them and some executive producers. However, I was the fan. How can I turn this into them being my fans?
Well, I think one of the big things that's important in that part, as tribes are concerned, is the law of reciprocation, right? So, when you do good to the world will do good to you, right? You reap what you sow. So let's say that you've been the person that's always been supportive of the people that is in your tribe. You've always been a big fan of everybody else. Well, if they were worth a damn, just got to say it openly, if they were worth it, right, they're going to remember you. And they're going to know, okay, now that she has supported us in a way that we wanted to be supported, now when it comes time for our success, now we'll support them all the same, right? Not everybody believes on that. Not everybody has that same type of moral base. But one of the best ways, and I've seen a lot of guys advance this way, a lot of times the fastest way that you can become a great leader is by becoming a great follower. By following the movement of other people, right? When it's time for you to succeed, they're going to reciprocate. And it might not just be financial. It might not be dollars and cents in terms of reciprocation. Some people might put you in the right contacts with the right people, right? They might be a good, integrator amongst people. They might be the person that will network to where the dollars are at. They might be mentors. They might not buy your product directly, but they will show you how to take your product and be able to take it to the next level, right? So that's one of the things that I would think about in your case is whoever you've supported, keep them in close contact. Stay communicating with them. Stay honest about what your goals and your visions are. Because you never know. All it takes is one person out of all the people that you contact that actually sees your vision and sees your dream and says, you know what? Here's an opportunity. Here's a shot. Here's a chance. Right? That's how business is done. It's just like Judah Mack. Judah Mack didn't know, as his business being set up, that he would be on a live call. But guess what? As we continue to talk, as he's telling me what he wants to do, I say, you know what, man? It would be a great opportunity for you to be on this call. Because you have an audience. I have an audience. I want to see you succeed. You want to see me succeed. We're brothers. Let's help each other out. And that's how the tribe is built. Okay? So you don't always have to be on the receiving end just to get ahead. A lot of times you can be a giver, and then it will come back to you, right? You'll reap what you sow. Other questions? Yakin?
So the question is, what if they threaten you by saying they will take down your website because they don't agree with it?
Well, give me an example of something that you're doing in your business. Obviously, in any business that you are in, right, you're going to have people who are enemies of the tribe. Hate to say it, but that's the reality of the world that we live in, right? There's so many people right now that sees the thing that I'm doing, and then they will come after the video is over and be like, yeah, all of what that guy told you, it was all a scam, because everything online is a scam. Well, dummy, go on Amazon.com, type in my name and see if it says bestseller, because that will show you it's not a scam, right? But you will have some people, no matter what your mission is, no matter what your aim, people will try to tear you down. If you are a fast food person, you will have enemies by people who don't like fast food. If you are a health restaurant, you will have people that will say, you know what, this health nut, they kind of have a stick up their butts, right? I like to have, ice cream and cake all day and cookies and just enjoy life, right? Life is for the living. So you're always going to have people that are going against you. As long as you're doing the right thing, if you're making the right moves, right? And if you have an audience that is supporting you, if you're doing the right thing, then stick with that. Don't compromise. Don't compromise. There's always going to be haters. Anything you do, there's always going to be haters. Other questions?
Adira has some good followers. She said, someone followed me back like Susan Bennett, who is a voiceover artist and is known as the voice of Siri. And my newfound cousin, Paige Kennedy, is a well-known actor in the movie SWAT TV shows and Desperate Housewives and CBS Rush Hour. And then Valvon says that he has 61 in his internal tribe on Blog Talk Radio.
Okay. So, for a lot of you guys, if we can work together more, I can show a lot of you guys a lot of really cool ways to maybe build up your platform, get things going. Because again, like I always tell you guys, and what we'll do is from this talk, we'll just kind of talk a little bit more about the winner's circle, because that's how I take guys and I help them build up their platforms. So, in the winner's circle, or when you and I work together in our respective capacity, it's not just me that you have access to learn how to be a bestseller or to learn how to advance yourself in business. You're also going to have access to my network, right? Yesterday I just did a business deal. I'm always talking to you guys about investing in yourselves, so I have to practice what I preach. Just yesterday I did a business deal with a guy nowhere even near Texas that's built 4 different multi-million-dollar businesses, right? 4 different ones. Now, could I learn something about how to be able to advance in business from a guy that started 4 multi-million-dollar businesses? Of course. You cannot have an egotistical, I'll figure it out all on my own type of mentality, because life is too short. Those who succeed in life are those who are wise enough and humble enough to be able to submit themselves to the wisdom of others who've came before them, that have already been where they want to go. And that's exactly what you guys are going to get in the winner's circle. So I'm still going to answer questions. Don't think that I forgot about y'all, but I'm just going to throw it out there because, let's see. We got a handful of people on Facebook. Let me see Facebook. Let's go ahead and pull up the Facebook screen. I'm already seeing Periscope. I'm seeing a lot of you right now on. I know that we got YouTube going. Let's scroll up on Facebook, and then we'll be able to see, so I can see my audience in real time, all the way up on Facebook. So for those of you right now that are on, right, I'm seeing YouTube on, I'm seeing Periscope on, I'm seeing Facebook on. We have a bit of an issue. I've been telling you guys about the winner's circle for the past 2 weeks. And as of right now, when it comes to getting in the winner's circle, we only have about 30 spots left. There are over 30 people on all of the combined platforms, right? We passing 30 alone just off of Facebook, right? We only have those spots remaining in the winner's circle. So unfortunately, there may be some of you who might not have access to get in. But when it comes to the winner's circle, I'm going to tell you this. The winner's circle, it is an opportunity for you and I to work together every single week, at least for 3 hours a week, through a live video call. So say you're someone right now that says, you know what, I came on because I wanted to do a book. I came on because I want to start a business. I came on because I want to start to build my brand, right? That's what you and I can work together as just one of the components in the winner's circle, right? And that is available to you tonight. Tonight, by you being on this call, right? That's what I'm opening up the opportunity. I'm opening up the opportunity for you guys to be able to have the coaches and mentors in place that you may have never had. Maybe you want to do better in your career. Maybe you're tired of a dead-end job. Maybe you want to be able to make enough money to provide for your family and your friends. Maybe you want to be able to take your family and move to a better location. Maybe you want to take them out, to vacation. Maybe you have dreams that you're unable to fulfill because you're not yet accomplished. No problem. Here's what we're going to discuss in the Winner's Circle. The very first thing that we're going to discuss in the first hour of the 3 hours that you will have access to me every week is your career. So when it comes to your career, why is this important? Aside from just monetary value, your career is so important because in your adult life, this is where you spend the majority of your time. You spend the majority of your adult life either at a 9 to 5 or working, right? For those of us that are, employed in one way or another. Maybe you're self-employed, maybe you're working at a company. For the majority of us, you only really have but a few hours every single weekday to spend with your family and friends. Only 2 days in the weekend in most cases, and you only get 2 weeks out of a 52-week year to go on vacation in most jobs, right? So if you are not living the life that you will want to live, if you are not happy with the life that you have, in many cases it's because of the fact that you are in an unfulfilled career. Right? There's no way around this. So I just want everybody to be clear. Facebook, Periscope, YouTube. I want everybody to be clear about the fact that if your life right now, health-wise, was a 9, your social life was a 9, your money right now was a 7, but your career is a 1 or a 2, that's dropping your lifestyle, your happiness in half, right? A large part of you is broken off if you are unfulfilled career-wise. That's why we're going to talk about how you can make the most of your career. Because if you're going to spend the majority of your adult life in your career, you should want to do something that you enjoy. That's something that's open to all of us. I've been talking to you guys about that all week. That's all week what we've been talking about. We've been talking about all week how to make money on Google, how to make money on Amazon, how to make money on YouTube, how to make money on Facebook. And a lot of you guys, you use these platforms anyway. Maybe you don't even want to be a business owner, but you want to know how to be able to get, something that's a little bit more fitting for you. Most people right now in society hate their job. Over half of the Americans right now that are in society, they hate their job. Already been proven. They hate their job. They hate their boss. They hate the commute to work. They hate sitting in traffic to work. They hate getting up out of bed. How many of you guys right now, the idea of you getting up for work tomorrow literally almost has you in tears? Think about that. How many of you guys right now are on this call because I'm like, man, I'm so excited to get up and to work tomorrow and get up and get in that rush hour traffic to get to work, right? Most people are not fulfilled when it comes to their career. Imagine if you could take just one step closer to having a life of fulfillment, right? This is not some magic pill, no hocus pocus, right? Because we all have to grind. If you guys have been following me, you already know I've been homeless. I worked for 6 years in a corporate America job, doing a job that I said at the end of the day, this is not the job for me, right? So what you got to do is you got to now say, you know what? How do I advance in my career? How do I get ahead? How do I get the right coaching? That's what we talk about in the career section. In the career section, I will show you how to be able to advance in your business if you decide that you want to be a business owner, or maybe you want to scale up some of the things that you already have in your business. Guys like Antonio might be on the call, who's already a business owner, right? He's in my winner's circle. He's seeing some results. Amalia, she's a business owner. Just yesterday, Amalia sent a message in the winner's circle group saying that she hired her first employee and it felt great because now she's able to double her efforts, right? Somebody says they're not in tears based upon their job, but they like a better alternative, right? Wouldn't we all? And that's the reason why I want you to get in the winner's circle, because your career is so important. Look at Warren Buffett. When Warren Buffett was asked, and mind you, he's one of the richest men in the world, Riches aren't necessarily associated with happiness, by the way. I just want to debunk that myth, right? There might be a certain level of income that might make you happy, but after you reach that threshold, it really doesn't do much for you in terms of happiness. But when you look at Warren Buffett, he was surveyed and asked, how do you feel about your job? Because there's a lot of people that are rich, but they still have a dreadful life because they don't like what they do. Warren Buffett was asked, how do you like your job? Warren Buffett said, every single day when I go to work, I'm tap dancing to work. There's no place I'd rather be. And for all of us, how much better would our life be if we could say the same thing about the thing that was cutting us the checks? See, it is possible for you to be able to do the things that you want to do while making money. They don't have to be two different things. You can do the things that you love or that you want to do while making money off of it. That's what I've been telling you guys about every single live success call. Take what you're good at doing and find a way to monetize on it. Right? That's what I want you to do. In fact, when I became a bestseller, the day I became a bestseller on Amazon, I was on a Skyrise Hotel in San Diego, right? Overlooking the bay. I wasn't in my house, I was traveling, right? So many of you can have the exact same luxury if you're willing to put in the work, right? It doesn't start with luxury. The luxury comes after the work, right? Like, as they say, the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. So when you get into the live call that I do, face-to-face, in the winner's circle, you and I will work directly. We're going to discuss career. Maybe you're not the business person. Maybe you don't want to be a business owner. That's fine. Not everybody is supposed to be a business owner. Not everybody is supposed to be Steve Jobs, right? Maybe you're just looking for a better opportunity or a better alternative in, the current 9-to-5 system. That's great. If you love what you do, whatever you love doing, right? Whatever floats your boat, I want to be able to help you out with that. So here's how I'm able to do that. Before I became the Urban Money Manager, before I started doing what I'm doing now full time, right? Working from my own home. Every single day you guys are looking at me in my living room. Before I started making money, running a business out of the comfort of my own home every day, I worked for 6 years as an IT project manager for the largest technology company in the world. Now, why is that important? Because in addition to the experience that I gained in corporate America, working for the largest technology company in the world, I also served as a recruiting manager for the largest technology company in the world. Why is that important? Because in my experience and my career as a recruiting manager, I've looked at over thousands of resumes. I know exactly what works, I know exactly what doesn't work, and I can eyeball it on the spot. Anybody that's in the winner's circle right now will tell you the exact same thing. Anybody that showed me their resume, I'll say, change this, change this, change this. Rethink where you put this, right? There's a structure to it. You want to know the reason why most people don't get the jobs that they want to get? Because they learn how to write their resume the same place where everybody else around the planet learned to write their resume, Google.com. Google.com, everybody is downloading download the resume template right here off of Google. The whole point of a resume is to stand out. But if you're learning how to write a resume where everybody else is learning to write a resume, and then you're applying for a job, and then there's 100 resumes that look just like yours, what happens? You don't get the call back. There's nothing that helps you stand out from the pack, stand out from the crowd, right? And that might be a little important for some of you that feel like you're already coming at a disadvantage, right? You guys that feel like that, you have to be 10 times better. Am I correct? You have to be 10 times better. So how do you do that? Well, you'll definitely have an advantage in doing that if you work with someone who's already been a recruiter that's hired people on for the largest technology company in the world. I used to work for, at one time, what was a Fortune 10 company. For any of you that have heard of the Forbes Fortune 500, right? I used to work for a Fortune 10 company. And so I'm very clear about what gets people jobs, what doesn't. That was my trade. That was part of my gift that I'm sharing with the world. I want more people to be able to get the jobs that they want, the careers that they deserve, so they can have a life that's fulfilled. I believe that the world could be a better place, one success story at a time. So that's how I'm going to help you in this career section. I'm going to show you not only how to be able to fine tune and improve or just transform your resume, I'm going to show you how to play the game. Most of you don't know how to play the game. You don't know how to talk the talk and walk the walk. Let's say right now that you have the world's best resume and you go to a job fair, you hand it in to somebody. He's a recruiting manager, right? He might be a headhunter, whatever the case may be. He might ask you questions on the spot that you may not know the answers to. You may not know how to trigger the right response once the right questions have been asked. So not only are you going to get in the career how to improve your resume and help get the job that you want, you're also going to get the training on exactly how to be able to get your foot in the door, how to play the networking game, how to be able to command the salary that you deserve, right? There's timing involved when it comes to when you should negotiate, how much should be negotiated for, how to come up with the numbers. We're going to talk about all of that in this career segment. That's something that I want all of you guys to be aware of, right? So the second thing, money. And before I go on the subject of money, you know, I talk a lot about being a business owner, and that has its perks. I talk a lot about my recruiting background, but remember, I'm also a real estate investor in North Austin. That's one of the most prime locations in the United States, right? So I have a background in terms of real estate as well. Some of you guys kind of want to dabble in different things. It helps to be able to have a network already in place of people that know them. Remember, like I said before, when it comes to that internal tribe, right? When you go to war, are you going to want to go to war with a bunch of people who've never been in a fight in their life? A bunch of people who've never been in war and this is their very first time ever in war? Or do you want people already with the battle scars like, yeah, I already got the tool in my side pocket. Let's go get it done, right? I've already had the battle scars. I've already won wars. You know who you're going to want on the team. So that's what you're getting in the winner's circle. Now, secondly, what you're also going to have access to in those 3 hours where you have me available at your disposal every week is the money hour. What's the money hour about? Many of you guys know me as the Urban Money Manager. How did I become the Urban Money Manager? Because after I graduated from Baylor University in 2010 with a degree in information systems, 2 years after I graduated from Baylor University, I paid off over $95,000 in student loan debt. Student loan debt was a nightmare for me, just like it is right now for many of you. The cost of my student loans when I got out of college was higher than the cost of my rent, right? I know what it's like to get called up by Wells Fargo, Nelnet, American Education Services, all of those companies right now that you're hating to pay off. Yeah, I was talking to them big time. And I paid all of those guys off within 2 years' time. Now I don't ever think about Sallie Mae ever again. In fact, the only way that I realize that Sallie Mae still exists is because I have people that I'm serving to show them how to overcome the same hurdles, right? How many of you guys right now want to get out of student loan debt? How many of you guys right now feel shackled by maybe credit card debt or other different types of debt, and you're wondering how to be able to change the game? As they say, the borrower is slave to the lender, right? So you got a lot of different people right now who are spending all of their paychecks just paying somebody else. How great could it be if you could pay yourself first? How much more money would you have in your bank account right now if you didn't have to take all of your money, getting it and putting it in somebody else's pocket, right? Wasn't that what Judah Mack was talking about a little bit earlier? Isn't it so common for us to get paid on a Friday, and then by the time Sunday rolls around, you done gave money to this company, this company, this company, this company. They don't care nothing about you, but they got all your money. And you have nothing to show for it. You don't even know where the money went. That's what we're going to talk about in the money hour. We're going to talk about how to be able to make more money. We're going to talk about how to be able to save money, right? If you go to the Winner Circle link, and we're about to put it up shortly, if you go to the Winner Circle link, you're going to see a testimonial on the page where it shows the guy that I worked with that said, I was getting charged by companies that I didn't even know I was getting charged by. And after working with you, I called a lot of these different companies up, got the transactions canceled, and I've already reaped a return on my investment just from working with you within 1 week. Right? That's what you want. As an investor, what is investing 101 about? It's all about what your return on investment is. Will you get a return on investment by us working together one-on-one, by us collaborating, by us being able to enhance our network, which will increase our net worth? Here's another free money tip. Your income is going to be the average of the top 5 people that you spend most of your time with. So if you spend all of your time with people who don't understand the language of money, guess what that means when it comes to your bank account? Your bank account is going to scream, I don't know the language of money. Why do you need to know the language of money? Because money, as they say, answers all things. Money is a defense. Maybe you have a family member right now that's sick. You want to be able to help them. You might not have the right money to do it. Maybe you want to be able to take your family to a nice place. Maybe you want to take your wifey out, to a nice restaurant. Maybe a lot of times that the number one cause of divorce in America right now is finances. How many of you guys knew that? Right? Money fights are the number one biggest cause of divorce in America right now. So don't shortchange it. This is a critical subject. You're going to learn in the money hour how to be able to make money, save money, and then also come up with automated systems of being able to take that money and let it work for itself. So say that you're somebody, you've never been good with money. You're not really the type of person to just sit down and crunch numbers and, be some geek that holds all the receipts, balances your checkbook, all of those type of corny things. No problem. In the money hour, we talk about how to come up with automated systems so that way the money will work the way that you want it to work for you. Right? When it comes to me right now and money being saved into my account, I don't even know how it happens. I have an automated system in place to do it for me. Right? There might be a lot of you guys, you go to the bank and be like, yeah, I want to make this deposit into my savings account. It's very rare that I even step inside a bank. I've always told you guys that have been on these live success calls, if you have a business model where the only time where you're making money is due to your physical labors, you have a bad business model. Because not all money is the same. You know my favorite type of money that I make? When I'm asleep. And then I wake up and I said, oh man, that's pretty cool. I just got paid for this. I just got paid for that. Based upon something I had already done maybe days, weeks, sometimes even years ago. Right? All of these things are open to you if you put in the work. Like I said, this is not magic. It's just work. Right? How did all the greatest inventions known to man get on the face of the earth? Through work, through labor. You are no different than them. You breathe the same air as them. But you know what you're missing? The knowledge on how to get it done. That's one of the things that I want to tell you guys about right now. When it comes to your success, here's kind of how you guys are, right? There's you. If you were to think about this as a bridge, there's you, and then there is success. You and success. You see success afar off. You know that you want to get there. You know that you could be doing better than you're doing today. But why? What is the reason? How come you're not there? Is because you're lacking in the knowledge. Right? Give you a prime example of that. There was a lot of you guys at the beginning of the call that said that you wanted to become authors. Many of you best-selling authors. How come you're not yet a best-selling author? Because you're lacking this. You don't have the knowledge. Right? If you had the knowledge on how to do it, if you knew the systems, if you knew how to get it done, you would have already been here. You would have already crossed the bridge. So right now, you are only as good as the knowledge that you don't have. We've already seen the product of the knowledge that you do have, and that being in execution and how far that can get you. But right now, you are held back based upon the knowledge that you do not have. That's what you're going to get in the winner's circle. You're going to get my knowledge. when it comes to money. You're going to learn how to get out of student loan debt from somebody that's paid off 95 grand in student loan debt. You're going to learn how to make money, save money, automate money, make the money work for you. Thirdly, you're going to have access to my productivity hour. Now, a lot of times when I say productivity, it doesn't get people all jittered up like talking about, your career, being a business owner, having your own flexible schedule, making money while you sleep. I know all of that's the cool stuff. But then when it comes down to productivity, people are like, all right, you lost me. Now it's kind of boring. Follow me for just a second before you cut me off. When you think about your life at the end of the day, all it comes down to is results, right? You have a born date, and then there might be a day that you die. God forbid. But if that happens, what have you done in between? Right? Imagine yourself right now. Maybe let's say that you were born in the year 1980. God forbid you pass away this year. As they always say, it's not so much about when you're born. It's not so much about when you died. It's about what you did in between. This is the most important symbol on your tombstone because this represents your results. What have you accomplished during the time that you've been on this earth? Who have you helped? Whose life have you changed? How has your family gotten better by the result of you being here? See, a lot of you right now, and I hate to say this to you, but a lot of you right now, you know that you're putting moves in place that's only going to make it one step harder for your family to get ahead rather than one step better. And if you're smart, you're going to want to do the things that you need to get yourself ahead. Right? How many of us, we all like to rap about the song and talk about the song, started from the bottom. Right? But how many of us would want to be able to bring a kid into the world and say, yeah, you got to start from the bottom too. All of us want better for our kids. All of us want better for our family. All of us want better for those that come after us to live a life that's better than the life that we lived. Right? So in order to accomplish that, you have to produce a lot of results. Productivity equals results. Now here's one of the things that I want to say when it comes to productivity, because a lot of you, kind of traditionally you might be thinking that productivity just equals hard work. Right? Hard work doesn't just define productivity, because you might know a lot of people. How many of you guys right now, you might have grown up with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers that worked themselves into the ground their entire life with very little or nothing to show for it? How many of you guys know people like that? Right? Goes to show you it's not just about how hard you work. Sometimes it's about working smarter rather than harder. We're going to talk about the productivity systems that you need in place to achieve more results. Here's another thing that I'm going to say in all humility, just to be able to emphasize the point. When I paid off my student loan debt, I was 23 years old. When I got out of corporate America, I was 28 years old. When I got my own business, I was 23 years old. When I got my own real estate, my first real estate investment in North Austin, prime location, one of the top 10 most expensive real estate markets in America. I got my first real estate investment when I was 26. How was I able to get all of these things done? Primarily in my early 20s, because I understood certain productivity systems. Right? That's what you need to know. Everybody works hard. A lot of people work hard. It's not just about the hard work. It's about the systems, the tools that you have in place. He who has the best tools wins. A lot of the things that you guys could do right now in your business, you could do it on YouTube and Facebook. People would have had to pay tens of thousands of dollars to be able to have the same media reach as you have right now for free. Imagine taking your business and asking for a television commercial that's 30 seconds on live television. You could do a 30-minute video right now for free on Facebook. Facebook is a tool. It allows you to advance better than the people that came before you because you have better tools. Right? You might have been the hardest working person with an axe, but then you could take the laziest person with a chainsaw and he's going to outwork you because he has a better tool at his disposal. You have to have the right tools. That's why you need to understand the productivity systems. it equals results. Now, I've done a lot of talking about the winner's circle, and if you have any questions about how to get in, ask me now. Because I imagine with the people that are on the call right now, a lot of the slots are going to be filled. Here's the final thing that I'm going to say right now before I open up for more questions. The winner's circle is available to ensure that you succeed for only $1 a day. Here's my question to you. Is your success, whether you're talking about being a best-selling author, whether you're talking about building up your tribe, whether you're talking about being able to have a new career, a better alternative to your current lifestyle, is your success and your livelihood worth more to you than $1 a day? Is it worth $1 a day? If the answer is yes, I want you in my tribe. If the answer is no, I don't. It's that simple, K-Gens. You can just make it that simple. If you value your success, if you say, here's one thing that I want everybody to think about in terms of investing, right? Here's a bit of investment 101 for you. When you start investing in something, or when you start reaping the rewards of something, and it creates value for you, you start doubling down to be able to create more value. Right? Let's say that you start investing, and you're a business owner, maybe in oil, or maybe you were a part of the gold rush. Do you just take one little nugget of gold and be like, oh, got my nugget, have a good day, everybody else, you have your gold? No. You keep digging, and if you don't have the right equipment, what do? You reinvest to get better tools to get more gold. That's what you have to do when it comes to your success. If you've been on these calls that I've been giving you all this information all for free, imagine the things that I'm giving to the people that are paying me money. That's what you need to be thinking about right now. You're saying, damn, wow, this guy is coming out with a lot of heavy information. One day we're talking about making money on Facebook. Another day we're talking about making money on Amazon. All of this is for free. If I'm getting all of this for free, what are the guys in the winner's circle getting that's actually coming with pay? You get what you pay for in life. That's why I want you to become an investor. When you become an investor, what are you going to invest in, and what will be the return on the investment? See, here's one lesson that a lot of you guys are going to learn, because I know a lot of you guys, you might put it off, say, oh no, this is just something else. This is somebody trying to get me for my money and this and that. Right? You're not going to get it, and I understand, that's fine. But then once the doors are closed in the winner's circle and 100 people are in, and you ask to get in and you're not going to be able to get in, you're going to understand the value of limited opportunities. Right? When opportunities are given to you, you have to capitalize on that opportunity in the moment. In the moment, I'm opening it up for you guys to get in for $1 a day. Why? Because I don't want large expense to be a big excuse for you not to succeed. Right? How much does going to school cost you? Did going to school cost you $1 a day to learn, about the French national symbol? To be able to learn that Christopher Columbus discovered America? To be able to learn all of these different things about, isosceles triangle? Did that cost you more than $1 a day? What was your return on investment from that experience? I'm showing you how to take your life and how to be able to get your career, your money, and your results in check. And I'm only making it affordable to you for $1 a day. So here's how you get in. We're going to put the link up right now, if it has not already been put. We're going to put up the link right now. Here's how you get in. Take down the website, Periscope. The link is the Real World Roadmap.com /Winners Circle. When you get to the page, on the left-hand corner, right around the very top, you're going to look down and you're going to see a button that says subscribe. As I've said, many of the 100 people that I opened this opportunity for are already in. I'm closing up some of my final slots. So when you get in here, press subscribe. As soon as you press subscribe, here's what's going to happen. You will get in the winner's circle, and I'm going to send you an email. After I get off of this call, I'm going to send you an email personally thanking you for loving yourself enough to invest in your own success, right? I want to be able to help you if you're willing to put in the work. I can't guarantee that you're going to be Bill Gates because I don't know if you have a Bill Gates work ethic, right? You have to have the right work ethic to reach any type of results. But when you subscribe and when you get into the winner's circle, I'm going to send you a personalized email thanking you for investing in your success and joining the tribe. The next thing that I'm going to do in that email is I'm going to be asking you what is the number one most important thing that you want to take away from being in the winner's circle. All of you are coming in for different reasons. Some of you guys, you're coming in because you want to know how to become a bestseller, just like I became a bestseller. Maybe you want me to show you step by step how to go on Amazon.com, how to be able to do everything that you need to do, right? That might be for some of you. Other you guys, you want to start a business, but you don't know the first step. You don't know how to get started. That might be the reason. Some of you guys, you want to be able to jump maybe from one career opportunity to another career opportunity, maybe get a raise, get higher pay, have better benefits, whatever the case may be. When you get in the winner's circle, when I send you the email, I want you to send me a response back and tell me why you got in the program, right? And then once you get into the program, you're going to have access to my private success group. You're going to see all of the people that are in the winner's circle that value their success just like you. When you go on this link, you are going to see easily about 6 or 7 testimonials from people that have already gotten my winner's circle coaching, that have already gotten my personal direct training. I got one guy on there, for those of you that are coming for career, I got one guy on there that's saying, I just turned in my resume to a manager that works at a hospital, right? Because I wanted to work at a hospital. He said, when I turned in my resume to the guy that was at the hospital, the recruiter stayed up until 1 a.m. looking over my resume because he was amazed. And he said, I gotta get this guy on my team. The guy that gave me that testimonial, he became a director at that hospital. And his manager loved him so much, he was thinking about putting him up as a regional manager in multiple locations within 90 days of him getting on the job, right? That story, that testimony that I just told you, it's on this link right there. If you think I'm lying, go to this link and scroll to the bottom of the page. It'll be right there ready to smack you in the face, okay? Also, other testimonials that are on the page. There was another guy, and this was a recent phone call that I had just got. There was a brother that called me last week on a Friday, and he said, you know, man, I started checking out some of the stuff that you have been saying to me, you know, in your coaching, and I couldn't even apply everything exactly that you were telling me. I didn't even get through everything. But there was this one job that I applied for about 3 or 4 years ago, and I didn't get in. I got turned down. He said, I started to apply just a few of the things that you were telling me to do, and then I reapplied. And then he said, within 15 minutes of me submitting the resume, I had already gotten contacted to get an interview. Then that same job that I got turned down for 3 to 4 years ago, I was able to get accepted for the job, and I would get started soon. Thank you for the coaching that you gave me. This is the reason why I do what I do. I do what I do so that way you help. Tell me the reason why you're getting in the winner's circle, and I'll be able to help you out to the best of my ability. All right? So for $1 a day, you can get in the winner's circle if you're in that first 100 people. All you need is $1 a day and get one step closer to your success. Now, questions. Where were we at? Your skin color offends me. Okay, that's cool. That's part of the people I'm excluding. I don't need you in my circle. It's as simple as that. CK Jins, you don't have to have everybody, right? You got some enemies. Some people don't like you because of your skin color. That's okay. My job is to still help the world be successful. This is my legacy. And that's something that nobody can take away from me. So while you're coming on my platform, spending your life hating on me, guess what? we're going to build a tribe and we're going to build results. We're going to build success, right? So, any questions?
Antonio says, winner circle equals business course on steroids. Winning.
Awesome. Hey, Antonio, you know what? I'm glad that you're on, brother, because I want you to come and be on one of my live calls, man. I'm dead serious when I say that, too. I'm expecting you to be on one of these calls because I want you to start promoting your business. See, Antonio, he's one of the guys in my winner circle, and he is trying to transition out of his 9-to-5 job into his full-time business. Hopefully I ain't putting too much out there, Antonio. We're your family, brother. We're your tribe, all right? We're sticking behind you, okay? Antonio, like many of you guys, he wants to make the transition from the 9-to-5 lifestyle and then be able to get into his own business. And he has a family and kids, like many of us do. So with that being said, one of the things that I want you to do, Antonio, very seriously, okay, hear me out on this. I want you to be able to come down to Austin just for 1 week, right? Just for a day in the week. You don't have to stay with me all week. Just come down for a day, and then I want you to promote what you're doing on the Live Success Call. Same thing that Judah Mack did. I want to see you here, all right? You're going to have access to my audience, right? We're going to promote you. We're right behind you, brother. So if there's others of you that are within the tribe, I want to see you all succeed. That's what this is all about. Okay? Other questions?
Antonio also says, I've been trying to do some business with Judah Mack. Didn't expect you to be on the call. Great intro.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. See, so as you can see, man, we're working. We're sticking together. All right? We're getting it done. We're doing what we got to do to succeed. All right? So with that being said, do what you need to do. Get in the winner's circle. Help your success, right? Your success is our success. We'll make it happen. Other questions?
So the question is, how would I be able to do this as a student in high school as a senior?
Well, I think there's no better time for you to invest in your success now as a high school senior because you want to position yourself to win in the future, right? How many people right now on the call are maybe 20, 30, 40 years old and beyond and wish that they knew half of the information that this high schooler just learned in today's call? How many of us wish that we were there, right? How many of us had the type of insight that he just gained while being in high school? Very few of us, right? So the earlier you get started, my friend, the better. That's one of the most important things, especially when we're talking about money, right? When you get started in money, the earlier that you can get ahead, the better. That's why compound interest is so critical. If somebody, let's say, for example, a 401k or an IRA, right? If you start investing in, let's just say, your early 20s, and you start investing $500 a month, or even $100 a month, and somebody in their mid-30s starts right in their 30s, they start investing more than you, right? And they keep going. Maybe you stop by the time that you're 30. Do you know that by the time that you retire, you'll still have more money in the bank than them? Simply because you started when you're early? How does that happen? Through what's known as compound investing, right? The compound effect of you investing over time, that money is being compounded into a fortune. So the earlier you can start, my friend, the better. I commend you for coming on this early, right? I commend you for being so smart and so wise beyond your years to get on a success call on a Thursday night while everybody is worrying about some show that's not getting them no money in their pocket, while they're watching everybody else blow up instead of themselves. You dedicated yourselves to success. So what I would do is I would keep getting on the free live success calls. I would want to get in the winner's circle too, right? Because if you spend a lot of money going to college and you're not going to get a lot of this would be a good place for you to do some learning too. That's what I would say. What you got, Yakin?
All right, so the question is, so basically the winner circle has information in every business venture possible.
Well, I haven't dabbled into every business possible, but there are fundamentals in business that are essential. So again, like I said, let's take books, for example. Books, you have books throughout a slew of categories. Some people write business books. Some people write health books. Some people write history books. If you want to write a book in any category, I can show you how to work on being a bestseller. because I've already done it. I know the ins and outs. I know how it happened, right? I understand Amazon. So, if you are somebody that was interested in doing that, that's primarily the function to which I'm going to serve you. Let's look again. All businesses, regardless of the industry, all businesses require marketing, right? Everybody needs to have their vision heard. All businesses want to make a profit. If you want to be able to have your business marketed, you have to know how to be able to get yourself set up. What's one of the best places in the world where you can market your business? Social media. Because you have access to tools and resources, right? That for free, you can compete with top corporations, right? Think about how many YouTube influencers there are right now. People that have gone viral on Facebook. They don't have major businesses, but they are reaching audiences of people that many large businesses wish that they could reach. And they're doing it, in many cases, all for free, right? When you're getting on and signing on in the Winner's Circle, I'm going to show you how I have influenced an audience and a tribe through social media to the point that I'm able to make money online, right? You're seeing me on Facebook. I make money from Facebook. If you're in business, you may want to do the same. You're seeing me on Periscope. I'm making money from Periscope. You may want to do the same. You're seeing me on YouTube. I make money from YouTube. You may want to do the same. You don't necessarily have to be 100% delved into any business to understand the fundamentals of how to make that business succeed. So yes, at the fundamental level, that's how I can be of the utmost assistance. Now that we have other questions.
Yes, there's a question on Periscope. Do you do a trial period?
Do I do a trial period? Your free live success calls are the trial period. This is your test ground to see if you are serious about your success, right? This is the test. The test is there are 100 people that the doors have been opened for, and most of those 100 people are already in. Now, one thing that I will say about the terms of the Winner's Circle, so if you get in, if you're one of the 100 people, and a lot of the 100 people have already been filled, if you're one of the 100 people and you get in and decide that I've just been blowing smoke and I'm not doing the things that I'm actually saying, you can cancel immediately. For those of you that hit the subscribe button, one of the things that you may have noticed is you had to create an account with my e-commerce software, Gumroad, in order to be able to set up your $1 a day payment. So guess what that means? If you decide in the Winner's Circle, you know what, I'm not really getting value from this. All you do is just go to the exact same website that you signed up on and you sign off on. Simple as that. You don't have to go to me for a thing. You don't have to have any conversations with me about it. I'm not going to harass you. This is not like a cable or phone company where I'm putting you on a 2-3 year agreement with hidden fees. You can literally get in today and get out tomorrow if you don't want to be a part of it. That's what you can literally do. So the trial and the test is, I'm giving you $1 a day opportunity to see if you want to take the next step to actually propel and accelerate your success. Most people won't even take that step, but then they'll wonder why they don't get successful, right? Everybody, when it comes to their success, they have to be willing to take the steps. When Henry Ford wanted to come out with the very first V8 motor, he was willing to take the step. He realized it hadn't been made before, but so what, it hadn't been made. He saw himself as an innovator. That's how you achieve success, by being an innovator, right? By doing the things that other people are unwilling to do, right? So this is the test. This is the trial. Other questions?
Yeah, 2 questions here. Hadessa asked, did you get my resume?
Yes. So that will be worked on during this week. Did get your resume. Right now I'm working on a handful of people's resumes for the Winner's Circle. Hadessa's, Kimberly's, Eleazar's, and a few more. So yours is on the radar and it is being worked on this week.
And MSI asked, can you pay with PayPal? I live in the Netherlands. I don't know how the payment methods work in the US.
Yes, so when you hit the subscribe button here, when you go to my website, it's going to offer you a few different options to be able to make a payment. You can pay it, via your debit card, your credit card, PayPal, etc. All of that is open to you as soon as you hit subscribe. Once you hit subscribe, it's going to ask you what your payment method will be, and then it will open up an interface to be able to help you out. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in. Now, Netherlands, what time is it right now? Right? What time is it right now in the Netherlands? I'm glad to see the support, man. I got some diehard tribesmen. Glad to see. My tribesmen are holding me down from the Netherlands. Good to hear. Other questions?
I have a comment from YouTube. Benjamin says, don't forget to mention that Amazon also gives you free marketing for your books and products.
Yes. So, very good point. Amazon does give you the free marketing. One of the things I want to talk into more detail about that is understanding the algorithm from end to end. Because like I said, here's the best way why I liked Amazon's free marketing of my product. When people went to Amazon, they looked into business books or collegiate books, and then they saw my book #1. That's the best free marketing that Amazon has given me. Right? The best free marketing that you can get is when you capitalize on Amazon's algorithm, and then they rank your book and says, this is a bestseller, get this book. Right? So that's one of the things that you really want to hone in on. Other questions? Other comments?
Yes. Just Ramon asks, once I subscribe to the Winner Circle, what happens next? I just subscribed.
Congratulations. Glad to see that you're within the 100. So, again, whenever you subscribe, once this call is over, right, because y'all see me right now talking to you in real time, answering your questions on the spot. Once this call is over, I'm going to be sending you an email, personally thanking you for getting in the Winner Circle. I'm going to send you a link, right? This is one thing that I need you guys to understand as well. There are a lot of you guys that are on Gmail right now, and you might be wondering about, okay, I subscribe, where's the email? Remember, on Gmail, you guys have 3 different tabs. You have the primary inbox, then you have like a social inbox, then there's another one to the right. If you don't see my email come in that first column, go to the third. Look for the Urban Money Manager. That's the name that you're going to get the email from, the Urban Money Manager, right? Make sure also to maybe check your spam folder or whatever the case else might be. As soon as we get off the call, I'm going to send you an email with the link to access the Winner Circle private group. Here's what you're going to get as soon as you get in that private group. You're already going to see the people that are in the Winner Circle. You're already going to see my content. What have we already been doing in the Winner Circle while you've been on this call? We already have a lot of my premium book summaries that are already there for your disposal. One of the ones that you're going to see is Think and Grow Rich. Here's what I've done with the premium book summaries. Joaquin, hand me this book, Disrupting Digital Business. So, as many of you may have heard, I read a book a week. This is just a book that I just had my video guy grab out of the bookcase. This is called Disrupting Digital Business by R. Ray Wang. Right? Whenever I read a book a week, I always take notes about what I'm reading. Showing you the notes right now so you know I'm not just saying stuff. Right? Whenever I read the books, I always take notes upon the books. Now, why do I read the books? Because the books are giving me a return on my investment. There may be one game-changing tactic, one nugget, one bit of information that shows me something about accelerating my business that I wasn't already aware of, because I'm reading from some of the greatest minds in business as well as other areas. Here's what I do for you. I restart the process of everything that I learned. So I look at it from your perspective, and I said, if I was in your shoes and I was just getting started and I had a mentor that was helping guide me to my success, what would be the #1 most important book that I would want them to know on the outset in terms of accelerating their professional success, right? And then we go systematically, ranked book by book by book by book, right? Systematically helping you not only get your mindset tuned for success, but also understanding the systems, the tactics, and the secrets of the most successful people in the world. A lot of times you guys hear me make reference to like a lot of ancient proverbs, a lot of ancient scriptures. Why do I do that? because I'm a reader, right? Reading is fundamental. And so in this program, not only are you going to get my live video calls from week to week, but you're also going to get my premium book summaries where I share with you all of the nuggets that I've taken out of the book that you can go ahead and start applying in your lives. So let's say right now you're somebody you don't like to read. You're not a reader. It takes you a long time to read 200 to 300 pages. No problem. With my premium book summaries, I give a recording of everything that's valuable in the book, and you can be done within an hour's time. Right? Guess what? In the information age, who wins? Who thrives when the economic system is based around the age of information? Those that have the most information. As Warren Buffett says, the more you learn, the more you earn. Right? He who knows the most wins. Have you ever seen some great CEO like Elon Musk? He knows everything about his business from top to bottom. He knows business. He knows math. He knows all these different things. You have to be a learning machine. So who's going to have the advantage over somebody that takes 6 months to read a book versus a person that's coming through my program and they're able to actually get the information from an entire book in one day, right? You can rapidly accelerate your success by having these advantages. These are things, I'm giving you guys all the things that I wish that I would have had when I was growing up, right? That's what I want you to get. I want this to be easier for you than it was for me, because I had to pay a hell of a lot more money than $1 a day to learn the things that I've learned, right? So once you join a success group, you're going to get the premium book summaries. Also, you're going to be able to have access to a lot of the Winner's Circle calls that you've already missed out on. You're going to be able to see some of the recordings, some of the archives. Some of you that are on Facebook, you're going to be able to get in my Winner's Circle group. Even if you're not a big Facebook person, I'm going to be emailing you guys in a different email the link to the Winner's Circle website where you can still stay informed. You can still get the link to join the Winner's Circle call. All right? Other questions? Now, I wasn't able to go through everything in tonight's call because look at how long we're already running. I wasn't able to go through everything on Amazon tonight. But we can talk about it more in detail if you and I work together face to face, as I hope we would in this live video call in the Winner's Circle. Because it's not just about the tribe. In addition to the tribe, you also have to understand the time in the algorithm on Amazon as well, right? Because have you ever noticed, it's on a fine print in any document that you read. At the top of Amazon, on like those books pages, it says bestseller ratings are updated hourly, right? So there's a certain timing system that you have to have in play in order to know how to be able to get Amazon to rank your books, right? There's a ton of different tactics that I could make reference to, but we would literally be here all night. All right, so other questions?
Amazon said it's 4:58 in the morning.
Wow, 4:58 in the morning, and you've been on this thing how long? Mm-hmm. Got to commend you, man. In fact, you know what? Even though I haven't announced or asked who's going to win the free giveaway, Amazon is going to be one of the guys that's going to get the free giveaway because that's serious dedication in achieving personal success. That is tremendous, tremendous, tremendous. When I see people like that, right, people that will be up until 4 in the morning to reach their success, I see somebody who's serious about what they do. Right? There's some people you want to sleep in all day, and guess what? Life is passing you by, man. Time is passing you by. Somebody, think about this. Think about how many people across the world right now, the average American spends 4 hours a day watching television. This is somebody that's in the Netherlands that was up 3, 4 a.m. learning about how to be successful. Kudos to you, brother. Excellent. All right, so now, let's see, 4-hour free giveaways. What do I want to make mention of today? Okay, so we talked a little bit about building tribes, right? We talked a little bit about the internal tribe. We talked a little bit about the external tribe. I was giving a recommendation on how long it would take to build a tribe. Here's what I want to know. How long does it take? How long did I recommend for the tribe to be built And where did I recommend the tribe to be built? That's the question. How long does it take for the tribe to be built, recommended by me? And where do you build the tribe? Let us see. Let us see. Periscope, where are y'all at? YouTube, where are y'all at? Facebook, talk to me. How are we looking?
Got one.
Periscope.
From Nazaya, she says 3 years in social media.
Okay, 3 years, social media. Okay, excellent, 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 excellent. All right, Nazaya, you got it. Please make sure that I get your contact information so I can be able to send you the information that you need for your free giveaway, and then we're good to go. All right? Is there anybody else who has questions about the winner's circle? I want to make sure that all the questions are out on the table now, because in fact, thank you, Aliyah, we need to get him down too, because he was really the one that really hit it right on the head. I kind of gave Nazaya really kind of a for effort right there, but I did make mention of the fact that whenever you're getting set up and building that tribe, it has to be on one specific platform. Okay, so Aliyah, I see you. Congratulations, you were not forgotten. All right, so hey, 3 free giveaways, man. You know, it's time to be generous. This is the time of giving. I want to see you guys succeed. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Now's the time before we get rolling.
I got a question. How often do you open up the winner's circle?
I open up the winner's circle during my live success calls. For this wave, I've had it open for about the past 2 weeks, I would say, about a week or so. It's closing after the first 100 people have been sealed up, and like I said, you know, we had a large turnout today based upon you know, this being the last live success call that I have of the week. In addition to Judah Mack, I know he's one of the top dogs. Everybody is coming to see him. Everybody is making a wave to come and see the big man taking over my show. So, hey, man, I'm just happy to be in your space, brother. You know, after this 100 people are filled up, I don't know when I'm going to open it up again, to be quite honest. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, it's not just about the money for me. That's the reason why I only make it $1 a day. You know, I'm not going to get rich based upon charging people $1 a day for something. I want to take the 100 people, and I really want to focus on being able to help change their lives. And a lot of you guys, those 100 people, bear with me a little bit. All right? Because a lot of you guys, you're already in the success group. We're in the live calls. A lot of us are speaking one-on-one regarding certain things. Throughout the week, I answer the questions as quickly as possible. And that's the reason why I make my live video call available, you know, for 3 hours a week. The very last call that we did with the guys in the Winner's Circle last Sunday, we did that for 4 hours, right? I gave everybody an hour on the house. So, you know, as you're getting in, you know, just be mindful of the fact that there's a lot going on. We're getting in the very last group of people, right? There's a lot of demands on the table, and I'm answering you guys as quickly as I can, right? But guarantee you have me every single week, 3 hours. You're seeing me, I'm seeing you. We're being buddies. Then you can ask me questions every single day, whether it's through my Facebook fan page, the private success group, email, etc. You are not forgotten. Other questions?
Antonio asks, can you start putting the books you mentioned on the calls into the Winner's Circle? I want to get them as audiobooks. I get the privilege of listening to your calls and audiobooks while I'm working.
Okay, awesome. We'll do. Great suggestion. And I know my team is writing that idea down as we speak to make sure that it's retained. So I'm going to look at some of the books that I think might be good books. In fact, you know what? One of the things that will help me, man, tell me some of the books that you're looking for that maybe guide you in a specific area. And then I'll give you kind of some reference points on that. I read books pretty often in a handful of places. So tell me some of the things, you know, or some of the areas that you think will be good. And we can do that. You know, one of my favorite audiobooks, it's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Giving you guys that just as one on the house, right? The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy that truly helps you understand how small daily acts, right, towards your success equals long-term results. Everybody thinks that in order to be successful, you got to do one big thing. You got to have one big project, one big effort. But that's completely torn down in that audio book, The Compound Effect. You can listen to it right now on YouTube, and check it out. I love it. Okay, other questions?
No questions. We just didn't get Elias' email on Periscope, so Elia, we need that email so we can contact you.
Yes, Alaya, I'm trying to add you in, bro. I'm trying to give you a free giveaway, man. So if you're still on, lend me your contact information or email, something like that, whatever you feel comfortable with, so that way I can reach out to you and my team can give you your free giveaway. For some of you that have already won the free giveaways, hold tight because we got a lot of lucky winners coming down the pipe, and we are getting you guys the information and the giveaways that you need as we can, all right? So what we'll do is, Eli, maybe we'll stick around just for a little bit. Okay, you're in the winner's circle, all right? Okay, so you're already going to talk to me anyway. So just send me a message however you send me a message, and we'll be in touch, and you will get what you deserve, all right? Any other questions? Final call, going once, going twice. Once again, I want to thank all of you guys for being on today's call. This was a really big deal to me. I really wanted to roll out the red carpet for my brother coming through and kind of talking about his business. Some of the things that he that's available on judahmac.com are a lot of multitudes of businesses, right? That's what he does. He promotes other businesses. That's how he helps them become successful. So, I just got some aluminum-free deodorant, right? There's a lot of toxins in your regular daily deodorant that you get at a lot of regular grocery stores. That's one of the things that I'm getting on judahmac.com. Toothpaste. How many of you guys have actually looked at the bottom of your toothpaste? Have you noticed how it has like that black sticker or that red sticker or that green sticker on the back bottom flap of your toothpaste? The reason why it has that is because in all toothpaste is a chemical, a toxic fatal chemical called fluoride. That's the reason why it tells you on the back of the toothpaste that if you were to swallow the toothpaste, that you need to go and get medical treatment immediately, because you are literally swallowing poison when you are having your everyday toothpaste. Right? One of the things that's on judahmac.com right now is a fluoride-free, gluten-free toothpaste. You're going to find many of these things that are offered on his storefront page. Right? So, he's got a lot of cool stuff on there. I think one of the real things that's cool about Judah is he specializes in giving people in business a chance that really aren't really viewed as much in mainstream media. People that are really serious about their health, people that are really serious in other areas, he gives them a chance that kind of the big guy or the big system won't give them a chance. So I think that's really cool. I applaud him. I applaud you guys for being on today's success call. And if there's no other questions, I will see you guys, Lord willing, next week. My next call is going to be Monday at 7 p.m. Central. I'll see you guys then. Take care. All the best.